Hi friends, we've been learning about water and the water cycle. So where water comes from. When it rains, water comes from the clouds in the sky. And that's called precipitation. So the water falls down from the sky. It sits on the floor or it runs into our oceans or sinks down into the earth. And then as the water gets warmer by the sun, it evaporates and it goes back up into the sky as little tiny water particles that sometimes we can't even see. And that's called evaporation. So the water evaporates from the ground, goes back up into the sky, into the clouds, forms clouds, and then it starts to get cold, and that's called condensation. And when there's too much condensation and the clouds get heavy with water, depending on whether it's warm or cold out, we get either rain or snow, both of which are called precipitation. So because clouds are so important to our water cycle, I thought we would read a book about clouds and then do a fast experiment that'll give us some idea of what happens when the evaporated water goes up into the sky and into the clouds. So the name of our story is Clouds. Can you make a cloud? Breathe out on a cold day. See your breath? You've made a cloud. Can you walk in a cloud? Fog is a cloud stretched along the ground. Have you ever walked in fog? There are three kinds of clouds. Cirrus means curl. Curl clouds are wisps high in the sky. Stratus is another kind of cloud. That means layered or spread out. Fog is a layered cloud. A layered cloud may cover your entire state. Layered clouds can be thick and gray. They may bring rain or snow. Cumulus is another kind of cloud. That means heap or pile. Heap clouds can grow tall and dark. They may bring a thunderstorm. Clouds are made of water vapor and ice crystals. Clouds keep us cooler in the day. They give us shade. They keep us warmer at night. They make a blanket to hold the earth's heat in. Clouds bring us rain and snow. They send our water back to us. The water in our clouds once bathed the dinosaurs. Now it bathes us. So we're going to do a quick experiment to kind of get an idea of what happens in the clouds. So I have some water, and I use blue food coloring in the water so that we can see it. And I have cotton balls, and these are going to be our clouds. So it takes a while for the clouds to get enough water particles in it to get heavy and rain. And it's still not that simple. It's a lot of things that go on before it rains. But for our purposes, I want you to feel what happens when it starts to get water particles in it. So we have our cloud. How does it feel? Go ahead, shout out a couple of words. Dry, soft, spongy. So now I'm going to drop it in the water, and I want to get it all wet. Now let's see what happens when our cotton ball, which is also our cloud, starts to fill up with water particles. And you'll also feel the water is cold. And that's what happens up in the sky. The water particles that go into the cloud after they evaporate off of Earth and become a gas and float up into the sky to start to be collected into clouds, it gets cold because the further up into our atmosphere you go, the colder the air is. And then when the clouds have a lot of cold water particles in it, it may start to rain. And you can squeeze it a little bit and you'll see the raindrops coming down out of your cloud. And also, how does that cloud feel when it has all that water in it, right? It feels cold. It feels a little bit hard. And if all the conditions are right, you get rain. Oh, my hand was covering it. Let's try it again. Another cotton ball. So let's see. Let's hold it in this hand so you can see. When I squeeze it, and you can also hear it, you squeeze out some rain. So try that at home and see how it feels, right? And then the raindrops, which is precipitation, goes back to the ground. And then if we heated this water up, it would become water vapor, it would become a gas, and it would evaporate back up into the sky. It would form into the clouds would get cold and full, and other conditions would come, and it would condensate, it would become condensation, and then when the clouds are full, precipitation again. So I hope you enjoyed that experiment that you'll do at home. And I hope you have a little bit more of a better understanding of where water comes from.